Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Dani, the wicked awesome gardener, and today we're going to go and do a little bit of a garden tour. I'm hoping that my new sound setup, I actually got an actual mic and an actual dead cat thing, what they call it, which is a little thing that goes over the mic cover. So I'm hoping that really helps with some of the traffic noise. But it's the end of the season. Let's take a look at how the garden looks and talk a little bit about what worked, what didn't. A lot didn't. Quick note before we begin, don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really, really, really does help me. Thank you. I don't like to dwell on the failures too much if I can avoid it. So let's talk about those really fast, and then we'll talk about the things that actually did work out pretty well. Let's start out with the tomatoes. They did start out strong this year, even though I got them in a little bit late. But the issues we had with the super hot, like 95 to 100 degree weather, and the absolute total lack of rain. And then, of course, let's not forget the rat issues that pulled down all our vines. This one here was totally decapitated by the rats, but then we've still got on a lower branch a couple of tomatoes that I'll probably pull the next day or two because temperatures are getting down. We're going to have a frost pretty soon. The eggplant never had much of a chance, but let me tell you, the mini patio baby eggplant has actually decided to start producing pretty prolifically. I am going to snag that Rosa Bianca though. That's going in dinner. The honey nut squash was doing okay, and then all of a sudden the vine died, and I don't see any evidence of vine borer damage. I think just the temperatures dipping so quickly just kind of did them in. My usually prolific spaghetti squash, the angel hair spaghetti squash, gave me two smallish size ones. This will be good for dinner, and then the other one is really tiny. This is a one-person side dish versus this larger one is a one-person meal. Here is my real triumph, and my sorrow is my Kajari melon. We're gonna have frost in about 2 weeks if I'm lucky, and all our nights are down in the 40s, so I don't think this baby's gonna have time to ripen, but the chickens will enjoy it. All in all, with being so busy and the weather, it was a pretty rough year for gardening around here. But let's talk about some of the things that did work really well. How about this green stalk? Look at that. Now I've got to pull out the beans. I'm going to harvest the last handfuls that are on there of my Royal Burgundy bush beans. But the strawberries that originally only filled the top tier of my 7-tier leaf planter, they have really gone nuts and produced a ton of runners. I'm going to root them all in all these areas down here where I have beans, so that this entire planter is strawberries next year. And I don't know what kind of strawberries they are. I dug them up from Garden to Table with Heather Lynn in her yard where she's got 1 billion strawberries. But it's been giving me so many strawberries, I've even had to give some to the chickens. The container asparagus is actually doing pretty good. I didn't end up sampling that one that I thought I was going to. It just grew too fast. By the time it was up, it was already too big to sample. So we'll see if it makes it through winter. I'm going to try to cover it with plenty of leaves and maybe wrap it with some burlap, something like that, to help save those roots. The real success story this year, though, is the zucchini. I've got piles of it in the house, and it's still giving off plenty. Like, let's take a look in here. Let's see, we've got a couple on this one. Nothing on this one, but lots of flowers. Definitely see some female there. There's a few more here. Another one over there. Got some yellow squash coming in here. Finally, the peppers are starting to produce, but they are very tiny. They just got the worst start this year, so I'm going to harvest all of these in the next week or so before we get a frost. This Concord grapevine actually did produce some really tasty grapes this year. I'm just really sad that I didn't have a chance to do anything with them, but next year I think that's going to be on the list of things to do. The grapes did not go to waste, however. They all went to the ladies. And as you can see, I've started to make some changes to the chicken coop. My dad really helped me yesterday by, well, I should say I helped him put on this door yesterday. And now I've got to go in. Right now I've just got this up just to keep the chickens contained. So it is not exactly predator proof, but we're just keeping a good eye on them. So we've got this up for now. So you can see I even made the door out of hardware cloth. So hardware cloth will be going over the gap over here, and we'll be doing the whole door. But I figured I would let you guys enjoy some chicken time here. Hello, ladies. They're all coming over looking for their treats. They're like, where's our grapes? Sorry, ladies, the grapes are all gone. Let's see. Blanche here has finally started laying nice, solid, hard eggs every day. Rose continues on her undefeated streak of perfect egg laying. And Sophia here is a freeloader. She is a speckled Sussex, and I know they take a bit longer to lay, but she is 8 months old. Where's my eggs? You too, Dorothy. You too. She's an Easter egger, and she is 20 weeks, so it should be any time. But yeah, a couple of freeloaders here, and then these are my champs. Well, that's my champ. She just sometimes lays water balloons. I don't know. Hey, Dorothy, you getting curious? So there's my chicken coop. I'm so happy I have a chicken coop. Big thanks again to Steph over at Parsley Farm. Great YouTube channel, although she hasn't really put anything on it in a while. There's still some really good information in her old videos, so definitely check it out. But I'm so happy I have my ladies. I really am. And there's my garden. Not the garden that I wanted to have this year. The weather and time definitely got to me. But I'll do better next year. And I think that's what most people say when they have challenges like this. It's just, I can do better next year. And I will. So on that note, I'll leave you guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.